Hannah Murray on TRE in the afternoon. TRE's Entrepreneur of the Week.
My entrepreneur of the week is Tom Abbey. He is the founder of Vamoosh, founded in 2016. It's become a globally recognized business, redefining performance within laundry and household cleaning. It was inspired by a real household problem, removing stubborn pet hair from fabrics. The brand launched its breakthrough pet hair dissolver in 2017, which is the world's first and only product of its kind. The brand is now stocked in over 5,000 retail outlets across the UK and sold in more than 30 countries. And they were recently honoured with a King's Award for Enterprise for International Trade. Welcome to the show, Tom.
Hannah, thank you very much. It's fantastic to be here.
Oh, it's lovely to have you with us. And congratulations on your recent award win.
I know. It's a visit to Buckingham Palace. Hopefully it's sometime in the summer. So it's really, really exciting.
That's really lovely.
But we were lucky enough in 2022 to win the Queen's Award for Innovation for the Pear Dissolver as well. So I went to Buckingham Palace then and met Prince Charles as he was before he was king.
Oh, so you're basically a regular.
A regular, yeah, exactly.
Part of the furniture. So tell me, back at the beginnings then, I understand that the whole business and the whole concept was inspired by your dog, Mr. Chips.
Exactly. Mr. Chips was the hairiest Labrador you've ever met. When my wife turned around and said, I've just got to get 2 washing machines and 2 tumble dryers because we got a newborn baby at the time, I kind of thought, hang on a minute, there must be a better way of doing this. And so I had another business doing printing inks. So I got a laboratory and we just sat down in the laboratory for a year and a half and came up with a solution to dissolving hair in the washing machine.
Amazing. And creating a product that has never been done before is a really special thing. I mean, you had to work out that there wasn't already something on the market. And then where do you start about creating something like that?
Well, you've just got to be incredibly naive and think that if you invent it, somebody will buy it, which actually doesn't happen at all. And we invented it. And within the first 3 months, we got into the largest UK pet store, Pets at Home, and we thought, wow, we've cracked it. And 6 months later, we'd hardly sold any products. And we really found out that it was a laundry product, not a pet product.
Okay.
And the minute we got into the laundry aisles within a supermarket, that's when things started to change.
Yeah.
And then one of the big breakthroughs for us was Mrs. Hinch. I don't know if you know of Mrs. Hinch, but she's got a huge amount of followers in the UK. And we bombarded her with samples, and she finally tried it and put a reel out. And that was the start of really going into places like B&M. It was a big change.
Amazing. And so many people dismiss influencers, not really understanding what they do and what the point of it is and think it's, not really a real job. But as you've just explained, what she's done for you and your company was a game changer.
Completely. And the biggest problem is when you invent something new, nobody knows of it. Nobody has any idea. So if you just put a pack on a shelf that says hair dissolver, people are totally lost by it. So we've had to use influencers to get the message out of what the product actually does and then build a need for it.
Yeah. And in terms of getting it into different supermarkets and shops, how have you found that? Because that can be, even though you've got a great product, that can be really difficult starting off, particularly.
Well, it was really difficult. And, every new retailer is another battle. But we've just been very lucky because in the last 2 months, we've gone into Target in the US. So that's
huge.
It's our first breakthrough in the US. So, we've cracked that one and it's been brilliant. And then I went speed dating in Chicago a couple of weeks ago, where you go and sit down with 40 different retailers. And we've got 38 inquiries from it. So it's really, a bit of hard work. and you've just got to meet the right people.
Yeah. It's interesting what a real, what a real mix it is when creating a successful business and successful brand, and creating a great product is really just one aspect, isn't it?
Completely. Once you've got the product, it's everything else that goes with it. I mean, it's such a small part, really.
Yeah.
Building the infrastructure, having the team around you, getting the people that, know about, really working with AI, because if your AI if your website's different to your pack and your pack's different to the message on social, AI will throw it out and say you're not telling the truth. So you've actually got to teach AI who you are and what you are. And without the right people, that's very difficult to do.
Mm. Yeah, when you're running the company, you can't be expected to know everything and do everything. It's all about employing the right people to do the right jobs.
Yeah, I mean, until 2016, I'd never worked in a business to consumer or business to retail environment. So everything was new.
Yeah.
And, there's a lot to learn. Because doing business as a business, you build up relationships with people, you build up kind of the knowledge of who you're working with. But when you're dealing with the retailers, the buyers are changing all the time, and you're constantly trying to have to keep up with how they're changing their manager special or changing the way they work.
Yeah. And with regards to new products, your main product is this hair dissolver that we mentioned that started in 2017. But there are so many other cleaning products that you've launched since. How did you go about deciding what new products to come up with?
When we started the business in 2016, we came up with 10 ideas that we thought hadn't been invented. And we've gone through that list. And one of the big products we launched last year was the tumble dryer ball, which is highly reflective. And it basically will save you 40% energy and time in your tumble dryer because it moves the heat around so much more efficiently. It's a little bit noisy, so we're now coming up with a version 2, which is a little bit less noisy. But that probably is our biggest potential product.
Okay.
We've also launched a product called Hair Shield this year, which is about you put it as a conditioner in your washing machine and it stops hairs from sticking to your clothes. So if you've got a cat or anything, you can just brush your clothes and the hairs will just drop off.
Amazing. Because you'd think after all these years that all the cleaning products we needed would be out there on the market. You walk up the aisles in a supermarket and there is so much stuff for laundry, for kitchens, for bathrooms. I mean, it's almost, you feel like it's almost too much. Do we really need all this stuff? But all the things that you're coming up with are really good ideas that make me think, yes, I really need that in my house.
Well, it's just trying to find simple things that aren't fixed. And, energy, hair especially, were two areas that nobody really could actually solve the problem of. Mm. And I think if you're talking to the big players like P&G and Johnson's, they'll do a development that will last probably 3 months, where we were prepared to do a year and a half of just constantly trying different kind of chemical formulas to see whether we could find some weakness in keratin. Mm. And actually, we did actually find a double sulfur bond. And we don't dissolve the whole hair. We just snap that sulfur bond into a million pieces so it washes down the drain.
Gosh, amazing. And again, it's finding a lot of people just wouldn't know where to start in terms of finding a team of people and a laboratory in order to do all this kind of research. I mean, how did you have the contacts for that?
I think my character is kind of that. I love inventing things and I love people about me. I'm pretty rubbish at managing people. So it's just, you just work to your strengths. Mm. We've got a fantastic team around us now. Really, really strong.
Yeah. And in terms of moving forward, are you constantly thinking of new products to come up with, or is it more about getting the products out there that you already have, getting them into more and more countries or more and more stores?
Well, we kind of separate the two. So, yes, we are driving for more stores, driving for more countries. But we have 6 new products that we are working on at the moment that would be launched probably at the beginning of next year. So We've got lots of new ideas. It's just some of them you actually don't solve, and you just keep on going. But we've got some great ideas coming forward.
Yeah. And are you ever really surprised when you launched a product, either by thinking, oh, this might not be a particular bestseller, this might not do really well, and then it does amazingly well, or the opposite, thinking, oh, this is going to be incredible, everyone's going to love this, and it doesn't sell particularly well?
Well, I think our dryer ball was exactly that. We had 140,000 balls produced, and they were a bit noisy. I mean, we sold everything, but I thought that would be in the millions. So now we're just working on that to make it quieter. But then when you look at the pet hair dissolver, the last thing we thought was we'd be in 30 countries and, going to Target in the US.
Yeah.
So you kind of never know.
And in terms of approaching retailers in other countries like Target in America, was it the same kind of process? Can you use the same format for approaching stores around the world?
Well, you can't chat about yourself when you're in the US, so you sit down and you talk business. There's no introductions. If you start talking about the King's Award, they just go blank.
No.
They don't get that. Where in Europe, I think people are a little bit more sympathetic to the actual person.
Yeah, fair enough. And you are in some stores in Europe as well, aren't you? In Germany and across the continent.
We are, and hopefully we're about to do a big launch in Poland as well in 1,200 stores.
Wow. Are you in Spain? Because I'm in Spain and I want some of your pet hair dissolver.
Well, funnily enough, we're not in any big retailers, but a friend of mine lives in Barcelona and he sent a photograph of a pack through saying it was in his local hardware store.
Wow. Oh, interesting.
So we are in some hardware stores. We just don't know which ones.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny, isn't it? That you can be stocked in stores that you don't know about because people have got it off their own back.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Well, if people...
I'll have to send you some.
Yes, thank you. That would be amazing. I like the sound of your sparkling lemon washing machine cleaner as well. That sounds good. That's done really well.
It's done really well. We were a little bit surprised because we launched the lemon and we thought that if we launched another kind of fragrance, it would half the sales of the original. And we've now launched 4 different fragrances, and actually they're all selling as strongly as each other.
Wow.
It's the only washing machine cleaner that will actually attack hair again. And the reason why your washing machines smell in the summer is because it's the hair decomposing in the stump of the washing machine.
Yeah.
And there's lots of products on, Instagram and Facebook that are advertising that they can break down hair with enzymes, but they just don't work. It's not in the washing machine long enough. If it was for a day, then yes, but in an hour cycle, it's just not going to happen.
It's terrible, isn't it? I don't quite understand. I know there are rules in terms of advertising and what you can and can't say, but I don't get how so many companies seem to get away with making claims that just aren't true.
Yeah, well, I think it's the majority, so probably it's too hard to...
Yeah. Yeah, it's shocking. Well, it's been amazing to have you with us on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. If people want to find out more about Vamoosh and all the amazing products that you do, they can find you online. You're on social media and you've got a website and everything.
We do, yeah, vamooshcleans.com.
Perfect.
And we're on Instagram and Facebook, yeah.
Brilliant.
And thank you very, very much. It's been great to talk to you,
It's been lovely to have you with us. Tom Abbey, thank you so much.
Thank you, Hannah.